Hello again, welcome to my workshop. Concluding the second part of the tool haul from the car boots out at Hogs Lane the weekend, Saturday morning to be exact. You've seen the drills, they do need a bit of attention, so they will get sorted. But I also picked up these, two clear varnishes and a spray paint, primer, a grey primer. £1 a can. Guy was getting rid of them, so I'm more than happy to help him along with that. £1 a can. I've saved myself a few quid there, so that's all good. I always try and pick up like waxes, oils, you know, cleaners or whatever, yeah, that sort of thing. I'm going to go through them bit by bit from the vendors. So these 4 tools I bought from a little old lady. She was selling them 3 for £1. I gave her a couple of quid for these 4. A brittle spanner, actually made in Sweden, strangely enough, but I'm not sure if they made them all in Sweden. It's a 6-inch adjustable, obviously. It's got a little bit of movement, but that is pretty much stuck, so that's going to need a good clean up. I threw this in, I couldn't find anything else. It's a macrome, small macrome chisel, quite nice condition. A little Stanley. I have got one more of these, but I want to do this one up. I haven't done the other one up, but this one is definitely going up. There is some blades in there, I believe. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Just in case there is. I have got some new blades for this particular type. Oh, there's a blade there. In fact, there's 2. So, happy with that. That can get done up, and I can put a new blade to it. Make it look nice. That's what we like. As long as it's usable, though. 2 different types of tool, isn't there? There's the, you know, you do them up and you think, oh, that's nice, I don't really want to use it. But there are others you just clean up nice, don't get rid of the sole, make them a user again. And there's these nice set of pliers, very loose. And Elliot Lucas, which is about 16 miles north of me, made in a place called Cannock. But if you notice, just there, you notice I'm using the knitting needle from a previous haul to point things out. Always comes in useful little things like this. It's got the crow's foot there, Elliot Lucas around there, and a date 1940 something. Can't quite work that out. Perhaps you can make it out a little bit better. No, looks like 1940 to me, but that's early, whatever it is, and it's lovely, nice War Department insignia on that. Walking around, spotted 2 little tape measures. One's a Stanley, 12 foot, inches only, which we like. It's a little bit stiff towards the end, perhaps needs a little bit of lube on that. And a Kennedy, 8 metre Kennedy, quite nice condition, needs a little clean up. Very, very good action on that. Kennedy's good stuff, so we're happy with those 2. Moseying on around again. Don't know what the heck these are. Obviously some sort of plier. It's got a little indent, as though they were made for a particular piece of equipment just there. They're quite small. They're not very big at all. They're only 5 and a bit inches long. Very thin profile. Slight bend to them. And then there's that shape there. Interesting pliers, whatever. Another interesting little set of whatever they are. Very long handles. Now these are, how long are they? 13 inches nearly. Quite a thin profile again. Don't know. No idea. Like, comment, subscribe, but above all else comment. Let me know what you think about these 2. The spanner I picked up for one reason only. The crowfoot there, a serial number, and the date 1949, the year of the Berlin airlift. And it is it's very hard to see, Super Vincent Chrome. Very, very thin writing, not very distinct at all. So that's another WD, and I believe a perfect handle screwdriver. Wood's in not the best condition. Somebody's been hammering it. I'm sure we can do something with that. The metal is in not bad nick at all. Once again, it's been used for paint. Why do people use screwdrivers for stirring paint? I do not know, but there you go. Next, another store. I think I paid £1 each for these items. First one is a clamp. Paramo. It's missing the foot, but it's a nice sort of shape to it. I quite like that. Got a lovely sort of profiles. A little bit of, I suppose, welding damage there, but it's quite nice. I like the shape to that. This part around here. A body tool. Car body tool, I believe. I can't read the name of it. It looks like AD to me, but it could be anything. It's got a 4 there, so I'm assuming it's 4 something. It's not £4. Now, I've got a few of these screwdrivers. These are made in Yugoslavia. It's the only reason I picked it up, really. It's unusual. Lovely plastic handle. Nice colour. Now, I've got 3 of these. I may as well do all these up together. See if I can get them nice and bright, because at the end of the day, Yugoslavia is gone. I was in Bosnia when I was in the army. It was part of the former Yugoslavia. So it's quite an interesting little thing for me. And we have a swivel saw. I paid £1 for this swivel saw with the blade. As we know, it can be adjusted this way, that way. The blades can be pointing that way, that way, that way, and you can use it for different sawing positions, like so. And then you can tighten it up. Interesting. I quite like things like this. I have got one in the box. Now the box is a bit battered, but I've got one in the box that was on a previous tour haul. But they are a very nice item, aren't they? I can do this one up though, without fear of sort of worrying about what's in the box and all that sort of business, you know. The next thing I found, and I paid 50p each for these, a set of tins. A Spursal sulfur spray, controls scab and mildew. It's actually, I looked it up, it's actually a poison, so it still is in there, so I'm going to get rid of that. 3 St Bruno flake tins, which was a pipe tobacco, a dark flake. That one was full of washers, which is well worth the 50p. This one was empty. This one was full of various little wing nuts and other nuts and a little bracket. And 2 old Holborn tins, also a tobacco, blended Virginia. Empty, but always handy for keeping stuff in. You can't beat these old tins. I mean, they've survived this far, you know, so let's make them survive even further. Let's use them. Okay, I'm not using them for tobacco, I don't smoke, but let's use them. A vintage Stanley Surform. Quite modern, really. Probably 70s, 80s, I guess. Another Surform, but a round one. Stanley again, no mistake in that handle, is there? Made in England. The 21124 Surform. Very nice item. No damage. These sometimes have holes in. I know they've got holes in, but these sometimes break apart and they get bigger holes all the way up. This one's in good condition. A Thor aluminium plastic hammer, aluminium this side, plastic that side, made in Shirley, Birmingham, about 9 miles away from me. Always comes in useful. And a nice old Eclipse pad handle. You can stick various types of saw in there. Use hacksaw blades and frames from Eclipse. It is absolutely solid though. So that's that, another little lot. And this was actually the first lot I bought. This one actually I bought with the tins. I was attracted to it by the handle. It looks homemade to me. It's not actually a screwdriver. It's more like a poker or whatever. I don't know. It's homemade. If you look, it's got a nut at the top and a nut there. And it's layered in different sorts of materials. Interesting though. Let's see what we can do with that. So then we've got another wrench, a King Dick. No WD marking at all, eh? Tight as anything, so it needs sorting. We can make that a user. A lovely level made by Preston from Birmingham in England. Obviously, you know, that's my hometown, that's where I am now. But that could come up absolutely wonderful. That could. Wood, brass and steel. Can't beat it. Absolutely lovely. A wrench. It's a Shelley wrench. It's got movement to it. It needs sorting out. I don't think that's the original nut there. But once again, it's got a lot of paint on it. It's fairly rusty. But we can get something out of that. That's nice. But one of the buys of the day, for me anyway, apart from the perfect handle screwdriver and the other things with WD on, is this 18-inch Bahco. I don't know whether you can see it all, but that is one big spanner. It's got 18 Bahco 7.5 made in Sweden, Stockholm. That is a big old spanner. It's pretty tough going, but I'm definitely going to clean that up on a video. Anyway, the video's over long. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for being patient. Like, comment and subscribe. Above all else, comment. Let me know about some of these tools, what you like, what's your favourite. My favourite is definitely the Bahco. Definitely that. And anything else with WD on. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.